the grounded being is always present. It's present now. It's present when we're completely obsessed and distracted. And of course, it's present when we're aware of it. Most of the time, we're not aware of the grounded being. So our practice is really to return to that true condition of resting in the grounded being. So what happened? The way it's explained is that awareness has two qualities: emptiness and radiance. Radiance is also cognizance, or knowing, awareness. So that ground of being radiates and radiated. As the radiation occurs, luminosity develops. The fundamental form of luminosity is the mandala. As it radiates further, an awareness of itself develops. When that awareness of itself develops, there's two possible options, two outcomes. One is that that awareness recognizes itself as inseparable from the ground of being, as the radiation of the ground of being. So it recognizes its source. The other is a failure to recognize that itself, its radiance, is the ground. And in that moment of the failure to recognize, or sometimes it's called the rupture from the ground of being, anxiety, a feeling of separation occurs. We want to return to the feeling of non-separation, of union. However, the way we go about it is the opposite method from what the first option is, which is directly returning to recognizing the source and resting in union with it. So instead what happens is that consciousness moves outward and tries to resolve this original separation. And so, for example, one way might be anger. So this consciousness feels the separation, and so then there's immediately this feeling of potential threat to its existence because it feels separate. So it could be destroyed. And so anything that appears to potentially cause harm to it or destroy it is reacted to with aggression. And then that leads to more aggression and so on. Another possible pattern would be, oh, this other that I'm experiencing, if I could get into union with this other, this could cause me to not feel this feeling of separation. And so I need to get that, whether it's a person or an object or a kind of food or something is going to create a sense of wholeness in me, a sense of being at one. But because everything is impermanent and everything is always changing, it's not possible to keep things, to stabilize things. Even in a really good relationship, where you kind of think, okay, I've got it, I fixed it finally. that's impermanent. That person could die, or they could change their mind, or you could change your mind, or, it's always changing and always moving. So all of these patterns are going out to try to resolve it. And so with meditation practice, it's really the first time that we go back. We turn all that outflowing energy back to rest in that ground of being and to re-experience union, non-duality, totality, emptiness, all words really for something that's really beyond words in terms of the experience of it. And so with the Mandala principle, we're taking that mind that's been in that pattern, which is called samsara, of moving out and trying to resolve this fundamental problem in a way that is really inefficient and ineffective. It doesn't work, but we still do it. And then we all do it together, And we all have this erroneous belief that it's going to work. At some point it's going to work. Maybe it didn't work with that person, but it'll work with the next one, maybe. Or, maybe, if I can get rid of all my enemies, I'll be fine. Finally. But for now, I have to do a few more wars. So it's difficult, right? It's difficult. Life is difficult. Right? Yeah, it is. But there's hope on the horizon, which is that ground of being is always present. It's present right now. And it's really just that far away. It's just a matter of turning, looking, resting.